but to danger of another kind. Prime Minister Albanese has found his way to Uluru. It didn't take him long to criticise Peter Dutton, who's given active proof of why we don't need this so-called voice. As I said last night, we already have thousands of voices, but Peter Dutton pointed to the Aboriginal community in East Arnhem Land under the leadership of the late Galleroy Yunupingu as an example of what can be achieved without a voice. Said Peter Dutton, they've got a 90% attendance rate at school, they have a logging company, they've got a building company, they've got housing, they have a functioning society, and it is because of the leadership demonstrated by Yunupingu and others around him over the course of a long period. And that is what we want to see replicated elsewhere, unquote. And that is why Peter Dutton is arguing they should vote no. I must say New Zealand go to the polls on Saturday. The kingmaker could be Winston Peters, who has said again, as he said to me on this program, that a voice could not represent the myriad Indigenous voices around the country and would do nothing to improve lives in remote communities. Said Winston Peters, I wouldn't vote for the voice on the number one premise that there is no one Aboriginal voice in Australia, just as there is no one Maori voice in this country. Now, Mr. Peters' father was Maori. He's going into the election campaign, and this is why he's got massive support, promising that all the name changes in New Zealand will revert to English place names that they were before Ardern. A man called Christopher Luxon, the National Party leader, after the mess that Ardern made of New Zealand, about which she cut and run. She's accepted a damehood, by the way. Could you believe it? Ridiculous. Christopher Luxon will be Prime Minister after Saturday night, but will probably have to invite 78-year-old Winston Peters into a coalition. The New Zealand election is on Saturday, when we have to vote yes or no.